What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Iron Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson finally responds to Francis Ngannou being KO'd by Anthony Joshua, and he had this to say. He said Anthony Joshua exploited the holes in defense of Francis Ngannou, and Francis was unable to land his big shots, and AJ landed those shots with ease, and Francis Ngannou could not take it. He is shocked. What else he said? He said he is shocked of the outcome. He did not see that coming from Anthony Joshua. And let me counterpunch. Well, what Mike said was dead on. I mean, if someone exploits your defense, that means that they paid too much attention to offense than defense. That's all that really was. Look at the defense that Francis had. It wasn't like he didn't have his guard up. It was just he was in a perfect lineup for a right hand. He wasn't prepared for that. And you seen Anthony Joshua lean into those punches the way he did, man. That was just like, it was crazy. You seen he was doing that for a reason. They had already had him mapped out. And if you ask anything about anybody that's modest, okay, that's not really taking recognition, that's not really saying it was me and only me type situation, it is Ben Davison. Ben Davison is a guy that put together a fight plan for Anthony Joshua. Okay, he put that fight plan together. That's who put that together. It was Ben Davison. Ben Davison seen how he fought. He's seen him fight. He's seen Francis Ngannou fight Tyson Fury, his friend. So he put something perfect together for AJ. He just doesn't want to claim responsibility for it, which, again, is modest. Okay? See, you seen the way that they were leaning in. Joshua was leaning into that pad. He was throwing that right because he knew that right was going to knock him out. Not the left hook, not the right uppercut, and any of that. No. And in fact, Joshua stayed back, and Joshua pretty much only caught him with the right hand because that's all he needed. The whole of defense was wide open for AJ. Okay? And Ben's like, no, it's not up to me. I mean, no, it is. Because maybe another trainer would have you doing something else. Work your jab and make the fighter fight the way you want to fight. No, you find the holes in the defense of that fighter and you take him out. And that's exactly what Anthony Joshua did. Maybe the other way would have got AJ in trouble. What do I mean? Well, if you would have tried to only do certain things to outbox him or do some type of timid approach, Francis was going to find that out, and Francis would have threw something that would have probably hurt AJ and knocked him out. Knockout chaos. It was a reason why it was called that, because Francis Ngannou has every intention of knocking you out, and Anthony Joshua has the capability of knocking anybody out. He just showed someone that he could. He showed everyone that he could. He knocked out a guy that's never been knocked out before. Okay, and it put Mike Tyson in shock because he was like, man, it was almost like, all he did was punch the holes, and use the fact that Francis, the holes in his defense, use it against him. But that's exactly what you're supposed to. This is a mental game. So Mike should have knew, like, well, hey, if Francis can't land, he can't win. I personally just didn't think that he was going to knock out Francis. I thought Francis was going to take those shots, and it was going to be pretty much a long night for Francis, not a short one. But I had AJ winning, but not that way. So if it put Mike Tyson in shock, it should have, because it put everybody in shock. So that's no surprise, right? But a lot of people are saying that Mike Tyson should have been there, and he took the fight with Jake Paul without really tending to his fighter. Well, I mean, I think that was going to happen anyway, and Mike Tyson has his own life. He is not his official trainer. He was more like his mentor, if anything. You know, he's in there with him doing hands-on stuff, teaching him techniques, sure, but you know, he didn't do that as much this time because maybe he felt that, hey, I did enough with him the first time, and look what happened with Tyson Fury. But that being said, if he would have done everything that he could with him in the AJ fight, you know, maybe the outcome would have been different because he would have stayed longer and did more with him. Not just saying, hey, well, you know how to do this and know how to do that, and then, sure, I know how to do this, and then let him go, you know. And I think if they had that in mind, like if that was enough, they felt that meant they totally underestimated Anthony Joshua and what he can do, and totally overestimated Tyson Fury, period. But you guys tell me what you think of Mike Tyson's response to Anthony Joshua knocking out his fighter, Francis Ngannou. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!